English version, what I said earlier is that number one, there is so much a grievance or accumulated unhappiness and complaints, and it is because about approximately 15 years ago, or for a duration of 10 to 15 years, there was a council that had that was advisory. I keep on doing this because I don't want people, you know, editing my face or take my lips, you know, lip sync, you know. You can edit my lip to another video footage, not, you know, kind of, yeah, so it's bad. But your home and your apartment has to have complete bed, toilet, kitchen, television, radio, possibly, computer, and tablet PC for you to try to manage somebody. And with me, I'm with the software developing stage, and not a lot of Hong Kong people without my invite able to have that. And for the purposes that there is people that might have corrections department record, they are able to seal the file. So when they go to employment, you ask them if they had ever been criminally charged or had been through penitentiary or corrections facilities. They are not obligated to answer, or they can say no, and you have to go to the courts and or police headquarters to fill out the documents as a human resource department manager. And in that way, me as in British orders recommendation maker and orders of the British Empire, and French is assessing my record, I can only say that these people, or these Hong Kong people, if they have a decent home, consists of bed, desk, sofa, or chairs, dining table and folding table, and kitchen and toiletries, they are considered to be disciplined and self-disciplined, or been through curriculums where they know not to challenge. So at the university, no name, right? No naming at that time. The students boosted at the lecturer. I was shocked, and I don't agree with that. I don't think the students should challenge the lecturer, but only write or take forms. Yeah. Or they want self-study. They want the books and they want self-study. So in America, I was in a class where someone spoke up and booted the teacher out. Booted, you know, it's like computer, take out the disk. And the teacher never came back. But he was on staff, getting paid. And we had a group study on math. Yeah, so 數學, you know, in Chinese 數學, 我試過一次喺美國有一位同學反對老師，然後老師繼續當然有薪金 paycheck， 但係老師冇上課，然後自己我哋學生完成咗個課程。But it's really rare, and you shouldn't aim for that. Let the teacher sit, and people only, you know, have really small chats. Like, how do you do this? How I see that your homework is done, you know, and things. And then there was a, you know, Martin Lee. I don't like him because he slipped a conversation on the phone with only phone trace, and the phone I could remember his voice from TV personalities. He was a TV personality in the 80s. I was a child at that time, not really a child, but you know, it was my childhood. I understand that. And then next there is number 2 is that my notes is not that clear. I cross it out. So number 2 was 2 round, 3 rounds. So I participated in a competition because when I first came to Hong Kong, someone tried to claim all my work and all my home things, and then I got the words that they were triads, and I said, what the heck is triads? And then triads has 2 different versions. One is black society. They only operate and active at nighttime. And then there is the triads where the founders and the benevolent association has the budget and accumulated budget supporting youth or to grow up and spread throughout the region to give advice or be a headmaster kind of. And I said what was his rank, you know, in the triads, because I looked it up on the internet, and my internet was cut off, and I plugged in the, you know, SIM card USB onto the computer, so my internet got cut off, and I plugged in the telephone internet. OK， 即係有一次當然 internet 我喺度搜尋黑社會資料啊同埋證據啦，可能去國際法庭，然後 internet 俾人 cut 咗，我打個電話幾次，因為 call a few times and you know it didn't really improve, so I plugged in a telephone SIM card USB from the United States, and so I had a, you know, comparison with him. I said, oh, I'll enter a competition. I'll let you assess me. I don't think you deserve to you know, manage me in any way. And this competition was 2 rounds on poster. As soon as when I arrived inside the stadium, they say it was 3 rounds. It was thrown off. So this competition was not effective by Olympian status. And of course, it's not just a walkout. You know, I pay for the insurance, and if I walk out, they might have, you know, the excuses. So what I did was, you know, I lightly, you know, and without any, you know, punches, boxing, I completed the competition rounds because I knew it was rehearsed. Yeah, so it was more demonstration purpose. So I don't work with Martin Lee at all, ever. Will not shake hands. I might bow, you know, it's a courtesy. No shaking hands, don't touch me. Yeah, because his phone calls and things, it was disturbance, and you know, any company that continue annually or seasonally, monthly, that might take his advice, I would not work with. And I only work with companies that I can earn 51% stocks holdings. Other than that, it's all friendship or associated alliances. Alliances. ALLIANCE. Alliances. So number 3, phone calls. I acknowledge the sirens. Yeah. So I don't work with Martin Lee ever, and he is already discontinued the Queen, Her Majesty consul or advisory position. If he tried to activate it, Hong Kong will lose a lot of money, and at his age, I don't think he would. What is he? Age 80s? Yeah. But his other associates or people that he taught, I would work with, you know, because that's Hong Kong data. That was the translation. And my accusation was accurately and precisely that during his translation, he wrote memos that was profited to his pocket or his stocks holding companies. Right now in Hong Kong, I only hold the stocks of 2 companies. It is utility company, electric company, and electric company. So I don't hold any stocks on yet. 我係冇喺香港投資任何企業嘅股票，只係水電公司、水電煤公司。So phone calls. If Martin goes to retirement home, I would sponsor the retirement home so we can locate him and understand what phone calls or text messages he might make. So sponsorships for retirement homes, I'm very proactive on that. Next, there is a check without logos. So sometimes people might offer you checks that has import-export branding. For example, if this was, you know, had a logo, and you see the same logo from America on the check, and they say, hey, I am the importer, I am the primary, or I'm the only distributor in Hong Kong. Here's a check. You are one of our agents. Well, number one, all you need is engineering license, international engineering license, and you would back up all the exchanges. If customer comes back with a product like this, it's either you fix it or you give them a replacement. It was similar to my PlayStation. So I had this Xbox, you know, video games, and then the video games was able to have the and Martin is welcome to leave Hong Kong in a house arrest kind of mansion, you know, for the purposes that, you know, in retirement home he might have to deal with people that say, hey, aren't you the crane console? Dude, leave him alone, you know, he's still writing reports, you know, who we might have Hong Kong, you know, people to worry about. So he's welcome to live in, say, Big Gui Yuan or Zifu Fa Yuan, or in Deepwater Bay, or, excuse me, Repulse Bay, or Stanley, the Tiechu area, in a single home. And, you know, it's not because I try to help anyone, but that's just the British courtesy that newer generation knighthoods have to plan a gradual or step-by-step you know, title, you know, for all the accumulated off balances. I don't say problems. I don't want to say problems. I don't want to say disagreements. I rather say off balance. You know, hopefully that some people might think that it is unfair for same university, same graduates, same graduating class have their same books, accumulated developments and translations without sharing to other fellows. I mean judiciary class or the court of law translation fellows at retirement age at least. Okay, so there's not much exclusive distributors that is from America to Hong Kong, I don't think, because of the copyrights and the copyrights differences. One for example, might be computing, because computing sometimes in Hong Kong they customize the models, and then but they provide the customer service and things. So I don't use customer service. If my machine breaks down or my machine is not repairable, I kind of take out the memory and that's all. Yeah. So my data goes straight to US if someone might have any judiciary subpoena. So without subpoena, yeah. So when I make an offer, it's only 3 days for receiving, and then up to 7 days for me to get an official letter to me that say is either agree or not agree. And I have not made any offers. So I made an offer to HP. That one is taken out. No HP design sharing anymore, because I had to deal with the upper scale billions worth. Yeah. So I don't have the design sharing with HP, Hewlett Packard anymore. But I appreciate some of their machines samples. So the showroom samples of HP, how some, like for example, this printer, right? After it prints, it can print on both sides at the same time. That is rare, but it's more commonized. And then for glossy HP, I admit it's the first time I've seen really, really glossy by the machine, other than photo paper. Yeah. So 例如 HP Hewlett Packard 我冇 share 我啲 design 俾佢哋。But if it is a court subpoena 係美國法庭徵用或者想要一個 package， 佢哋係有權嘅，但係香港唔會有，亦都即係都唔會。It's not going to happen by Hong Kong HP saying, hey, take this, take this, take this. You know, so I'm not sure how that might make any difference. So I didn't accept any check from HP yet. And then next there is the hoping that Sha Tin protest. I might have made comment that I try to have the youths feel that if you're ever obligated to go to a police station to explain yourself, don't feel negative. You are going to be an adult to accept responsibilities of a household, of a home. You have to go to the police station sometimes to explain that the other party or the other side accusing you is falsely accusing you, or that it is not your fault. And excuse me for this boring video without music. And I always emphasize to the children, there is recording at the police station, and you can request recording before the police interview you. Police officer, I request for videotape because your handwriting might be too slow. 你嘅寫作可能太慢，警務員，所以我要求錄音，或者我有自備。I brought one. Okay? So one time there was a police station, or policeman took my phone, give it back, you know. If not, I'm going to go to another police station and say you took my phone. Yeah, 我會去另外一個警務分處或者警察總部話你攞我個電話，我嘅電話係永遠有音。Okay? All these phones can be tapped. Okay? So if the police request for you to turn off your phone, ask for another team. 可以要求另外一隊警務人員，佢話我個電話冇閂機唔肯落案。Yeah. 因為言語上你寫作太慢，you are too slow at your handwriting. I as a citizen，我身為一個市民或者間接俾稅嘅居民、年青居民、公民係有權錄音，然後俾個錄音你做個 copy。然後 so what I said is that any police case, you have a police case number, you are able to add more onto the files or have a record. And when the police station files gets too big or too mixed, they have subfiles. So I said one time, so I encourage the youths, if they complain against their teacher or they complain against their students, classmates, and the police say, no, that's not the case, then you get any case. I drop my wallet, give me a drop wallet case, and then build on the drop wallet case. And as a British knighthood, French knighthood, Europe knighthood, or even Chinese advisory, that is okay. Because sometimes you're in a rush, you need to have the police case. Okay? So if someone worked for me and they're costing my company time, my insured and my bodyguard's time, 保鏢時間, yeah, you can do that. So the lawyers will work on it. Okay? So I'm in Causeway Bay.